how can our actions make our workplace more sustainable? Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Obviously all workplaces are different. You have all different kinds of work, but in general, most of the things that you can bring to work are going to be about the same. If you're bringing a lunch to work, let's say you work an 8-hour job or more, you're going to be having lunch at your workplace. So my recommendation is to buy a lunch bag as well as to bring reusable containers. I know that stainless steel has been really popular nowadays and I want to try to get into that, but right now I have reusable plastic containers, which I don't see the point in throwing out right now because they're still usable, so I bring those to work. And I also have a reusable fork that I bring to work, which is again plastic, but I'm gonna use it up until I can get a better alternative. So that's my one tip, is that when you're bringing lunch to work, you use reusable containers, you use your lunch bag, and you use reusable cutlery. Because I know when you're at work and you go to the staff room, sometimes it's easy just to grab a plastic fork or a plastic spoon out of the drawer, but it is a lot more sustainable that we're not doing that every single day. My next tip for reusable items that you can bring to work is a reusable coffee mug or a tumbler. If your workplace allows it, you can keep your coffee mug in the staff room so that whenever you want to get coffee from the coffee machine, you can easily get it and not have to waste a plastic or a styrofoam cup just to get your coffee, because that's easy because you can just wash it right there and you can just keep it there instead of transferring it over and over each day. I know at my workplace they allow you to bring your own mug, and that really helps so that you don't have to waste a cup. Instead, you can just use your own. Sometimes you want to treat your coworkers to some donuts or some other baked goods. What you could do is bring a container yourself to one of these places and see if they're able to put the donuts or the baked goods into your container. This allows for the cardboard box or the other container that they put it in not to go into the garbage. So you can just bring a reusable one, and especially if there's some left over, you can just take it home because you have a reusable container and you can put it right into your fridge or back onto your counter so that it won't go to waste at your workplace. In addition, you can also bring your reusable water bottle. I know in some workplaces they have either the tap that you can fill it up or they have little water jugs that you can fill up your water. So it's a lot better to use your reusable cup than to continue going and getting the disposable cups, because that is saving a lot of waste in your environment. And if you have your water bottle, you can fill a lot more water so you're not interrupting your work to go fill it up. You can be much more productive if you have the reusable water bottle because it'll keep you hydrated while you're working. That's a really good thing, because I know that if you're not hydrated while you work, your productivity goes down quite a bit. So if you have a reusable water bottle and it's filled up to the brim, then that'll help you a lot with your productivity as well. Another thing that you can do is see if your workplace can implement a recycling program. I know that some office jobs use up a lot of paper, other jobs use up resources that you can recycle. So even if you just have a recycling bin in your office, then that might encourage your coworkers to also take that initiative and recycle. If you have leftover office supplies that can be donated, you can donate those to reuse it centers, because those are perfect for people that may need it, and it's better than just throwing tons and tons of paper or office supplies away. And you could also donate it to a local daycare. If you know anybody that's in a daycare, they really appreciate donations and could use your paper and recycle it for the kids, because kids go through a lot of paper in the day. So that's an awesome alternative to throwing out the supplies. Or if, let's say, you have some leftover chairs at your office, you can donate those to thrift stores and then they can use them as well. Or see if any of your office mates need something, because that really helps to not be throwing continuous waste out. Another thing that we should be thinking about when it comes to a sustainable workplace is how we are getting to that workplace. Some of you have no choice but to drive because it is very far away, but if you can take the bus, because that is a great alternative to cars because you're creating less emissions. You could also bike to work, which is great for health reasons and sustainability reasons. And you could also walk if it's in walking distance, which would be a great alternative. So I think it's important to understand how we are getting there and how we are getting back from work, because you do that every single day, whether it's 5 days a week or 7 days a week. You have to make sure that your environmental footprint is not just based on what you're doing at work, it's also based on how you get to work and how you come back home. I think that's all the tips that I've got for you today about making your workplace more sustainable. If you have any other suggestions on how your workplace is a more sustainable environment, or how you're trying to make your workplace a more sustainable environment, I would love to hear about it, because I would love to implement some of those things at my workplace as well. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed these tips on how to make your workplace more sustainable environment. Thank you for watching. Have a marvelous day. We'll see you next time. Bye.